Hey everyone, welcome back to 996 The Howl. Wasn't planning on making this type of video today. I was going to upload the prospects video, but I couldn't ignore the feat the Coyotes have done. They had a Champions Gauntlet ahead of them against Vegas, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Avalanche. They were coming off a 3-game regulation losing streak, their first 3-game losing streak of the season. Everything was bad. The defensive structure was bad. They let in 3 shorthanded goals. The mistakes were piling up and up, along with all the injuries, important injuries to Hayden, McBain, Valimaki, Dermott. Everything was going wrong. Andre Tourigny was the angriest we've ever seen him in his Coyotes tenure. It was around Thanksgiving too. It just looked like the wheels were about to fall off in late November, just like last year. The tail end of that 14-game road trip last season, they only had 1 win in 11 games. It was looking like this 3-game losing streak was going to continue because there was really nothing to hang your hat on. They were playing their worst hockey of the season so far. So what was going to happen? They were going into Vegas, playing Vegas in Vegas's home arena. Then they had the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Avalanche at home. 3 big monsters, 3 most recent Stanley Cup champions, and the Coyotes win all 3 of them, proving me wrong, like proving almost everyone wrong. Maybe some people thought the Coyotes would do it. I didn't think they would turn it around so quickly right after Thanksgiving. It started in that Vegas game, where in the Vegas game, they're like, okay, guys, no offense. We're just focusing on defensive structure. No mistakes. This is what you're allowed to do. This is what you're not allowed to do. They win that one 2-0. Just a squeaky, clawing game where, sure, the Vegas Golden Knights probably deserved to win that game, but due to strong goaltending, strong defensive structure, they were able to keep Vegas at bay, get their lucky goal or 2, and win that game for Connor Ingram's first shutout of the season. And this was around the same time where the emergence of Connor Ingram happens. Right before that Vegas game, it's kind of unspoken that Connor Ingram will be now the starting goaltender for the Arizona Coyotes. Ramelka just could not get it going this season. Connor Ingram's underlying numbers were amazing. His goalie stats, save percentage, goals against average, amazing. His win-loss record, really good. And so this was a time where he was going to emerge as a starting goalie. And I thought, what a worse time for this to happen, because you're facing 3 juggernauts. It'd be better to be claimed the number 1 starting goalie for your team when you have easy games on the schedule, but he's been up to the task and is now a bona fide starter for the Coyotes and in the NHL as well. So congratulations to Ingram. But also on this 3-game winning streak, they did focus on defensive structure in the Vegas game, and then in the Tampa game and the Avalanche game, slowly they would get their offensive game going, and it finally flourished in this Avalanche game where they just went toe-to-toe with the Avalanche, trading blows. They didn't look like they were, 9th place, 10th place in the West compared to the Avalanche, or top 1 or top 2. This was an even match battle. Both teams tried really hard. A lot of good defensive structure in this game as well, but they were flying into the Avalanche zone, making great passing plays, showing off creativity, getting shots on net, scoring some pretty nice goals, especially Carconi, and everything was just clicking. Very rare defensive breakdowns in these 3 games. Like I said, way less mistakes, no shorthanded goals, where they allowed 3 shorthanded goals in those 3 games that they lost prior to this gauntlet. And they weren't even carried by their top line. You would think, okay, Keller just did Keller things with the top line and pulled this team to 3 wins. It was a balanced offensive production by the Coyotes. Carconi had 3 goals. He ties the team in goals with Krause. No one could have predicted this, especially me, who I think I've been the hardest on Carconi. Boyd had 2 goals. He never scored before in this season before that goal against Tampa. And the top line only had 2 goals in these 3 games. It was balanced offense. Everyone just stuck together, committed to Andre Tourigny and the structure that they want to play. And it's been a great 3 games to watch, and just had to give kudos for the Coyotes. They proved me wrong. I thought the worst was going to come, and they were up to the task, up to the challenge. And now they have a very pivotal game Saturday against the St. Louis Blues, who they're battling head to head with for a wild card position. They've lost 2 games in a row to the St. Louis Blues, who the Coyotes usually have the Blues number. So a very pivotal Saturday night game. And the Coyotes, if they get a win there, man, this could change. I mean, it's kind of already changed the whole trajectory of this season, but just that one more win against an opponent who you know you could beat, and they've beaten you twice in a row, just to put that mark on the league, put your foot down and be like, we're the Coyotes and we're battling for this wild card spot for the rest of the season. It's a great time to be a Yotes fan. It was looking really bad, depressing, miserable, but they turned it around. And as they get more healthier and healthier, Valimaki's back. Dermott should be back any moment now. Hayden, McBain are a ways away, but it's great to see Valimaki back. Really good defenseman, and helps bring that structure to the defensive core. And Dermott as well is going to really bring that defensive structure back up to where it should be. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Just can't believe it, man, that the Coyotes did it. Usually they make it so hard on themselves, but they were up to it, and I'm very impressed for the turnaround in these past 3 games. They just got to continue it and commit to this style of play. And the 3 games before this Gauntlet were just really bad hockey. It was really bad hockey and bad habits that they need to get away from, and they did. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, spread the word. And as always, thank you for your support.